Most mysterious treasures found underwater. Nuestra Señora de las Mercedes. The Spanish Nuestra Señora de las Mercedes was a 36-gun frigate that met its demise in 1804. The ship was transporting silver, gold, and spices from Uruguay to Spain. When the British Navy demanded to inspect the ship just off the coast of Portugal, the Spanish refused. The ship lost a battle against 4 British Royal Navy ships, and it sank to the bottom of the Atlantic with more than 200 people on board. It took only one bullet to cause her to sink, with survivors rescued only to become prisoners. SS Gaya Soppa. Once a British cargo ship, the SS Gaya Soppa was returning from India carrying a heavy load of silver ingots. When a heavy storm appeared, the captain changed the ship's course to head towards Ireland instead of England. It was 1941 during the height of World War II when a German plane spotted the ship and sent its location to a German U-boat. Shooting a torpedo at the SS Gaya Soppa, the ship went under, claiming the lives of its 85 passengers. Needless to say, it took silver ingots along. Years later, it was found. Nuestra Señora de Atocha. When the Nuestra Señora de Atocha sank off the Florida Keys in 1622, all but 5 aboard the Spanish ship perished. The ship was sailing en route to its last stop in Havana when it sank due to a hurricane. It was returning from Colombia and Panama, where it had stocked its available cargo space with gold, gems, copper, silver, indigo, and tobacco for King Philip IV. Santa Margarita. The Atocha wasn't the only Spanish ship lost in 1622. It was part of a 28-ship convoy, each packed to the brim with jewels, gold, and silver. The hurricane that sank the Atocha scattered the ships, of which 8 were lost. One of these was the Santa Margarita galleon. After the discovery of the Atocha, Mel Fisher's Treasures Company began searching for the Santa Margarita. Although he passed away in 1998, his company continues to be run by his family. Heracleion. The ancient city of Heracleion, also called Taunus Heracleion, was an important port city during its time. Said to be founded around the 8th century BC, the city was based at the mouth of the Nile River. Catastrophe struck when the city experienced severe earthquakes that triggered a giant tsunami. Buildings collapsed into the sea, and the town was abandoned. He also found jewels, coins, and artifacts that make the discovery priceless. Neapolis. Heracleion was not the only city washed away by a tsunami. The Roman city of Neapolis suffered the same fate off the coast of North Africa nearly 1,700 years ago. Neapolis lost nearly 50 acres when an earthquake struck in 365 AD, sending a power tsunami its way. It is believed the same 8.0 earthquake was so massive it caused severe damage to Alexandria, Egypt, and the island of Crete as well. San Miguel. Before the 1715 fleet was destroyed by a hurricane, Florida's Treasure Coast felled other ships carrying jewels and treasure. The San Miguel dates back to 1660 and was a Spanish aviso ship meant to sail fast and swift and deliver correspondence between Spain and its colonialists. The ship, which is said to have brought a plague to the indigenous people of Florida, never made it back to Spain. Pulaski. A steamship carrying more than 200 passengers set sail from Savannah, Georgia, to Baltimore in 1838, carrying the wealthy and elite who could travel by steamship. One passenger was Congressman William B. Rochester of New York, who went down with the Pulaski when it sank due to a boiler explosion. Only 59 survived the tragic event that made the news long before the Titanic. Steamship North Carolina. Another passenger steamer sank just 2 years after the Pulaski, this time off the coast of South Carolina. The 200-foot steamer called the North Carolina had a run-in with her sister ship but thankfully was able to get its passengers to safety, as it was just off the coast. The cargo, however, went down with the ship. During their first dive, they were able to uncover coins from the 1830s and 40s, including $5 gold coins, now valuable to collectors. Other items include fine china and silverware. Belatung shipwreck. Traveling between what is presumed to be Oman to China, the Belatung was a 9th century ship following the maritime Silk Route for trade. Carrying a load of ceramics made in ding kilns, the Arabian ship was off course when it sank in the Singapore Strait. Fishermen made the rare discovery of the Belatung, also known as the Dang, in 1998. Sunken in the Indonesian Jalasa Strait, the artifacts on board included 60,000 pieces of mostly Changsha ware which were valued at roughly $90 million.